Man, we back. So as y'all saw, as far as the title of the video, I've been seeing a lot of people, on Twitter, whether it be Bulls fans, when they bring up the conversation of, as far as us trading for or getting another big, man in there, because as all Chicago Bulls fans know, we need another big man. Patrick has been now. Tony Bradley has been, okay, but it would really help us, if we added some big man depth. And I wanted to address some of the more realistic targets this team can, which I know this team probably has, and I wanted to share with you guys the real realistic targets that this team could target. Because man, I've been seeing a lot of trade for the Jeremy Grants of the world, the Miles Turners, and I would love that. And I could dream too, just as every Bulls fan, I see mention those names, but if you want to be real, man, those names are kind of more on the unrealistic side, just because of they contract and the years. And if you decide to do a trade like that, then I mean you probably are moving on from Patrick Williams, which, in my opinion, I just don't see this team doing, because of course, Patrick Williams is so young. You don't move on from young talent when you don't even know what you even have yet. So yeah, man, we gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you my names, some of the more realistic targets that this team can trade for. That's that'll help you contend, now, and then you can obviously move on them. You can move on from them, in the off season or whatever. So before we get into it, man, if you're an NBA fan, if you a Bulls fan, like me, hit the like button on the video. It really helps the video, and hit subscribe, man, if you love NBA content, and leave a comment, some of your wish list of bigs that that you are looking forward to the Bulls, possibly getting, when that time comes, which will probably be around trade deadline or when the buyout, thing starts. So let me know in the comments, but we're gonna get right into it now. So a big man that's out there, that's a realistic target for this team. Number one is Derrick Favors, man. Derrick Favors, this guy has seemed like, has been around the league for 10 plus years. He just been around. But the thing I like about Favors, man, he's always been a solid veteran. He provides a rebounding presence that this team desperately needs. Like I said, we lost Patrick Williams. You have Vucevic, who's a good rebounder. But then coming off that bench, it's kind of a approach where Billy puts it on. Well, I guess you could say overall for this team, the way we rebound is, Billy wants, more of a collective effort. I mean, and obviously so, because we so small, with some of the lineups that he runs out there. So adding a guy like Derrick Favors, and inserting him to that starting lineup will help crucial for rebounding, at that power forward spot. And now, as far as this year, as Derrick Favors goes, he's playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and obviously we know Oklahoma ain't going nowhere like no time soon. So that's one of the reasons why I have him on this list. He provides shot blocking. Now I think this year, defensively for Favors, he's been kind of lackluster. I mean, but I could shoot some bail, when you play on a team like Oklahoma, young team who I know for a fact, is kind of inconsistent offensively or whatever. It kind of puts Derrick Favors probably in a tough spot. But bringing in a guy like Derrick, Favors, and inserting him into really Donovan, lineup, I could definitely see getting back on the right track defensively. Because if you look at his career numbers, he's always been solid. Defensively, especially shot blocking, which will really help this team. Oh my God, like shot blocking. So Derrick Favors is my number one candidate that realistically that I feel like the Bulls are probably going to explore when that time comes. But you know what's funny though? Like it's like AK and them, man. Like hell, I'm bringing you guys these realistic targets, but hell, maybe they do get crazy and like make that big trade or whatever, which I still think is kind of unlikely. That's because I don't know, man. I just don't know if you want to really move on from Patrick Williams, because if you're gonna trade for Jeremy Grant and all them Miles Turners, you're giving up Patrick Williams. So I don't know if they ready to do that yet, because they just don't know yet what they have on them. But we're gonna move right along. Timburch. Now Timburch, as you probably all remember, last offseason, before we ultimately signed Tony Bradley, Birch I heard was on our wish list as far as like, bids of us, bringing in, but. As we know, he signed that 3-year deal with the Raptors. And obviously, so I can see why we probably decided to go with Bagley, because, he's a much cheaper offer, and he still, is going to be serviceable. But now, like I said, as we know, Patrick Williams is out, having a guy like Timburch, with, oh my goodness, I would love Birch on this team, Over his career, he's been a monster on the offensive boards. He has a career best 3.5 offensive boards, and that's just off the bench. So you can imagine what he could probably do with more of a sample size, on his team, who's, lacking that big man depths. And two, the good thing about adding somebody like, Timburch is, like I said, he has that 3-year deal where if you decide in the offseason that you kind of want to move on from Tony Bradley, you still have that option of, of Birch being there because, of course, of his deal, and you can, keep him with the team, for the remainder of his contract. If you decide to move on from Tony Bradley after this, off season. But yeah, man, Timburch, kind of almost in a way, he kind of almost in a way of a Derrick Favors, somebody that is, you're gonna see a constant theme with these big men, provides rebounding, and he's okay defensively, but the main thing for a guy like Timburch is you just love his energy, his hustle, and you just love that stat of he's a great offensive rebounder, which would be crucial for us. Getting second chance points, with all the lethal scores we have. So Timburch is definitely on the list of realistic possibilities that I think this team can possibly explore. Moving right along, man. An old friend to the Chicago Bulls. An old friend. I couldn't make a video without mentioning Thaddeus Young. I couldn't do it. Old reliable, man. Magic Johnson, man, Bulls fan know that name. Shout out Stacey King, but Thaddeus Young is another piece. Like, I don't even have to go in depth on Thaddeus Young, because Bulls fans, we know him so much. We know what Thaddeus Young provides, man. Like, honestly, we're gonna be real. Thaddeus Young last season with the Bulls, he was honestly our second best player behind Zach. Like, he was just that good. Like, he provided everything: rebounding, low post scoring. He was a good passer, and in this offense with all the pieces we have now, oh my God, he will fit in perfect at that 4th spot. He's always been a good, solid defender. He even gets some blocks. Like, oh my goodness, I would love Thaddeus Young on this team, man. A guy that just plays hard and bring it every night, man. I think I read something where you can't like re-sign, like if you currently had a player and you let him go, then like try to re-sign him. I gotta find what the rule on that was, but I don't know. I think come to trade deadline, I think we should be okay as far as probably supposed to have to trade for him. Because I think I read somewhere that you can't like re-sign a player after like you let him go, or something to that thing. I gotta really, I gotta find what the rules on that was specifically. But once again, man, great option for the Bulls, a realistic option, because he has I think 1 more year remaining on that contract. So so you can have him, bring him in again for now, to make a playoff run, and then obviously you can let him go, in the offseason, and you possibly get Patrick Williams back next season. And then now lastly, moving on to my last guy. Now this is the guy that I put him on the list, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I like all the other options I named above this particular player, but he's definitely an option because he's a big, and because we need some type of big. So Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley, obviously he plays with Sacramento. He's kind of disgruntled over there. He's kind of unhappy, with the situation. I don't know. He hasn't really even been playing a lot, if not at all, with the Kings. So he's looking for a new home. But yeah, Marvin Bagley is a guy. This is his last year on his rookie deal, so you can know for a fact that he's looking to come into a situation where he can prove that he's worth top dollar. I guess I could say from that aspect, he's definitely a guy that you possibly would definitely consider bringing in for this year. He's averaging. He's always shot 50% from the field. He usually averages 14 points a game, 7.5 boards. So Marvin Bagley is definitely a good play. It's just the only problem I always had with Marvin Bagley was defensively. Team has been really good defensively, and bigger than him, I don't know if that would kind of mess up the chemistry and some of the rotations, defensively, and obviously make us look even worse defensively. It's like that's the only problem I always had with Bagley was the defensively, but offensively, he's that guy. He would definitely heighten his offense even further. Like I said, my problem always with him has always been kind of on the defensive end. But hey, a guy that's playing for a contract, I would, hey, like we seeing what Zach doing, and like Zach out here looking solid on defense, because he playing for his money. So those are some of the bigs that the Bulls will possibly realistically explore come the trade deadline. But with AK and them, you never know. AK can probably swing for the fences and try to get a Miles Turner in here or Jeremy Grant, which will be difficult. But I always trust AK. He always has some of his sleeve, somehow, some way. I don't know how he does. I don't know. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for me. Like I said at the beginning, leave a like on the video. If you're a Bulls fan and love NBA content, leave a like, and subscribe on the video, and leave in the comments some of your options that you would like the Bulls to explore. Yeah, we out.